AITA for not wanting to share my lottery win with my siblings. And now my family is furious with me? Original post. So I, 34F, won the lottery a few months back. It was honestly the most shocking thing that's ever happened to me. One minute I'm picking up milk and bread at the store, and on a whim I just thought, why not, and got a lottery ticket. I didn't expect anything to come from it. I don't even play regularly. But somehow, I hit a decent jackpot. Not like hundreds of millions, but enough to really make a difference, you know? Anyway, I was ecstatic. First thing I did was call my mom. She was excited at first, but then like a minute later, she starts saying, so are you going to share it with the family? Like, before I'd even processed the news myself. Some context here. I've got two siblings. My brother and sister have always kind of been, how do I put it, distant? When I had my son, he's autistic and needs a lot of support. It was pretty much just me on my own. They didn't offer help, didn't check in much, and it hurt, honestly. I love them, but I've had to go through so much alone. My mom, too, I mean, she was supportive in her way, but she was never really there in the ways I needed her. So, I was really surprised when she asked about sharing the winnings right away. And, to be real, my gut reaction was kind of, no. I mean, where was this family takes care of family idea when I was struggling? I told her I wasn't planning on sharing the money, that I wanted to use it to secure my son's future, pay off debts, and just finally breathe a little. But after I said it, she got really quiet, then goes, well, that's really disappointing. That hit hard. Since then, my siblings have been calling me selfish and saying I've let money go to my head, and even my mom has hinted that I'm being greedy. She actually told me that my son needs a strong family around him and that I'm ruining that with my attitude. I feel awful now, second-guessing myself. Like, maybe I'm being too harsh? But I also can't ignore that they weren't there when I needed them. And it's not like I'm blowing the money I'm planning on setting it up so that my son's cared for, because he might always need extra help, and honestly, it's always just been us. So, AITA for wanting to keep the winnings for me and my son's future instead of handing it out to my family, who never really helped us? People's opinions. This is exactly why you never tell people you WM the lottery. You get with a financial professional and lock down taxes and savings and investments, etc. The second someone finds out you won the lottery, that's found money to them, and they have no problem coming out of the woodwork to hit you up for help or to invest in their terrible business or pay for their college or wedding or such. NTA tell them you need the money to help pay for the additional support you need to live and raise your kid since you have not received any support from anyone. Maybe invest in some extra childcare AMD/therapist/specialist too, so you can get extra support and reduce the pressure on you as a family. It will help all of you in the long run. If I may make a suggestion, consult a lawyer immediately and update your will. Should anything happen to you, and believe me, there are plenty of stories of ambitious relatives, you would trust whom to look after your child? If your family never cared before, it's not a great stretch of imagination, say, that they could take all the money and leave your kid without proper care. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Call your mom and apologize for making up the story about the lottery win. Tell her it was one of those stupid TikTok challenges to tell family and friends you either won or inherited a huge pile of money to see how they react, so you know who your true friends and family really are. Tell her you actually did win, but it was just a trip for two to Disney, and since you have to pay the taxes on the trip, you're not sure you'll even claim it. That part covers you later when you take your son to Disney. Tell her you feel like an idiot for taking these stupid TikTok videos seriously, and that you hope she's not mad at you. Find a good lawyer who can set up a trust for your son and his special needs and invest the rest for the long term with maybe some income along the way. Tell her what's disappointing is that her response to your good fortune is to immediately try to take it away from you and your son. You can tell her that after you do all the things you have planned for the money, you'll assess if you can give small gifts to family, but that you're going to secure your future first. You can also remind her that you needed help in the past and didn't get any, and you don't have any reason to think in the future you'll get much help either. NTA, your priorities are spot on. You didn't just win money, you got an opportunity to secure your son's future, which is priceless, especially considering his needs. It's wild how people come out of the woodwork when they see dollar signs, but where were they when you needed help or support? You're not responsible for fixing family relationships with a lottery ticket, and you're absolutely not selfish for wanting stability and peace for you and your child. Family is supposed to be there for each other, not just show up when there's cash involved. Enjoy your win guilt-free, and give yourself credit for putting your son first. NTA, you're not being greedy. You're being practical and responsible, especially considering your son's needs and the challenges you've faced largely on your own. It's funny how family sticks together seems to apply only when they think there's money involved. You're prioritizing your son's future and financial security, which is exactly what any good parent would do. Plus, it's not your job to reward people who haven't been there for you just because you got lucky. They're acting entitled to something they didn't earn or help with, and that's on them, not you. Enjoy the peace of mind this win brings you and your son. You deserve it. Hella, NTA. Although your first mistake was telling any family member, Unless it was millions of dollars, I would have just done what you said, pay off debts, set something up for the kid, and use the rest to make sure bills are paid. And maybe you can buy nice groceries without feeling guilty and not told anyone will ask each of them to name 5 nice things they've done for your kid since they were born. If they can legit name them, they can have a little bonus LOL.